Is it sexy?
Welcome to Colonize the Ocean podcast, where we discuss oceanic colonization, exploration, and education with your hosts Adam Jewell and Brendan Traxler.
So for years now, I've had the opportunity and the privilege to talk to probably hundreds of different people involved in different blue economy businesses, whether it's floating houses, floating buildings, underwater projects, ocean energy, etc. And it's one of those things where it's a very niche group of people involved in each one of these, but together we make a much larger group of people that are interested in the future of the ocean, whether it is, living and working above it or below it, or a mixture of the two. But the one thing you don't hear is you don't hear this getting talked about in the everyday news. And there's a large amount of people working on different projects out there. It was oftentimes these different projects and just whatever gets overshadowed by the work that's getting done for space travel. And we've talked about this before on different podcasts, even different shorts. We've discussed this before. But and what I've said is we need that one person or that one thing to bring almost like a sex appeal to, for our sake, underwater habitats. And who or what is that? There's been hope that people like Fabien Cousteau would do that, as being the grandson of Jacques Cousteau, who was a household name, who was able to bring an appeal to the ocean like nobody else has. And there was hope that he might be the one that does it. He's doing his thing, and I like what he's doing, and I applaud and champion on everything he's working for. But it's not there, and is that a means because the money isn't there, or what? Because you have people like Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos who have billions and billions of dollars. Well, they're worth billions and billions of dollars, and they have built small little empires of their own and are able to use that money to champion on these types of things, whether it is moon or Mars trips or whatever their goal may be. But there is an appeal around that gains nationwide and worldwide attention. And what is it about that? Is it just that it's the space, and because, like we've talked before, is it space, the fact that, there is just something alluring to it, unlike the ocean, or is there more to it? And this is the question that I think that most of us are asking is how do you get that notoriety? What is it that you have to do? Here at ASC, it is a struggle that I have been maybe stressing. I don't know if that's the right word for it or not, for years now on what is it? What do we have to do? What does somebody have to do? And obviously we're trying to break that mold and try to figure it out, to be like, wow, this is the thing I want to get behind. Hey, this is cool. This is life-changing. This is going to change humanity. And that sounds very, boastful almost to an extent, to think that we're ever going to develop something that's going to change humanity. But I think there's a lot when it comes to the underwater world that we just don't know, and that could definitely benefit humanity. But back to the point is, how do we frame that, and what is it that we do to actually do that? And I think part of it obviously is actually doing something, and that's often difficult. But until there's actually action being done, words don't mean much in today's world. So once somebody starts getting some underwater habitats under like ASC, there may be that change in mindset and attitude about that. I say that, but then there's companies like Ocean Builders who have built a beautiful, gorgeous floating house, I guess you could say, and you don't see it getting reported on. But then houses are a dime a dozen. Floating houses have been around forever. So I don't know. I really don't know. And that's why I throw this out here, because I like to leave some kind of question out there for people to think about. And if they have answers to it, definitely shoot us responses. Because if somebody has the answer on what is it that we need to do to get society, to get people talking and raving about this project and what we're working on, that's the billion-dollar question, honestly, because that changes everything. So, obviously, the question for this week is, I'm trying to think of how I probably want to word this, but I guess it would just be, what or how do you make underwater habitats sexy? How do you convey that message to the masses to get them to be raving fans over an underwater habitat project?